up, everyone? Welcome back to Ball Up Top, your weekly women's basketball podcast from No Cap Space. Tyler and Shawnee are here holding it down for you today. Shawnee, just over the weekend, I hate to bring up your biggest op, but truthfully, I don't. It's what I'm here to do, is to bring up your biggest op. Because to start us off here today, the New York Liberty. A historical belt-to-ass performance against the Connecticut Sun. Like, when I mean historical, I mean the second biggest margin of victory of all time in the WNBA. 100-52. 100-52. What was it? 19 three-pointers made in this game, Shawnee. And I not to call anyone out in particular, but goodness gracious, Marina Mabry was a minus 55. Like, that's crazy.
Like, I don't even acknowledge that number until it benefits me and supports my agenda. So I don't fully understand it.
That's
how did you
literally I say this all the time, where it's like plus minus is always like supplementary. You can never tell the full story of what is happening on the court. I'm not gonna lie, minus 55 pretty much tells the whole story for me. I'm pretty much cool with that pretty much tells me what I need to know. But Shawnee, I'm here to pose a question to get us started off here on Ball Up Top. Because right now, the New York Liberty look absolutely unstoppable. I put a tweet out and I said the WNBA All-Star game, but it's just the New York Liberty versus the rest of the league. Because I had picked them to win my champion in our preview series and everything. I had picked the Liberty to go back-to-back. Natasha Cloud has them looking even better than last year. I mean, has just been the perfect fit for this team. And now a historical belt-to-ass performance against Connecticut. So, Shawnee, I just ask you a simple question. Right now, where we stand as we record this on June 2nd, who can beat the New York Liberty?
Themselves. The bright lights. Because, here's my thing. And I've watched them when the lights get bright. I've seen their person throw up. Their starting guard threw up in crunch time. Shot 1 of 19 in another elimination game. These are 2 different seasons, right? 2 different incredibly embarrassing moments. I've seen Stewie shoot 2 of 17 in an elimination game. I've seen Natasha Cloud dribble off of her foot on the final possession of an elimination game to lose the series. I've seen them all collectively and individually just trip, fall, spaghetti falls right out of their pocket in the clutch. And even this past, it's not a fluke because you had to get there. So they did that. But you had a tremendous amount of support from the referees. That's really who the finals MVP should have been. Instead of wearing the New York skyline cap, they should have had black and white stripes, because that's who was really carrying for them. Because you're just so many bad calls from not only a sweep, but just the series going to Minnesota anyway. So to need that much help to get that title, they gotta show me something. I don't feel like they're invincible. I'm sorry, you're the defending champs, but ew. The way you got it is unethical, disgusting. Nobody respects it. Honestly, I'm really disappointed in the Sun this weekend. They should have jumped Sabrina. And I'm not even this isn't even hate. This is there's so many unwritten rules that come out at weird times. That whole the challenge thing and celebrating and running around the court.
That was crazy.
That was stupid.
That was crazy.
It is. You're up 52 over the W's first ever G League team. Why are you doing that? That should have been, somebody should have gave her a forearm to the sternum. Just let her come down, pow, and let her think about some stuff. Because it's truthfully, I would have, if she had done that against the Aces, I would have respected your rival. Be disrespectful, make it hurt. That would have been, I would have respected. I would have been mad, but I would have been you know what? She did
that's
that.
real hate.
That's
real hate. Yeah. Yeah.
She can't even do that right. She started running, and then everybody's got to act like that's not the lamest thing they've ever seen. That was the most cringe thing I've ever watched, and I sat through chewing gum in its entirety. Enjoyed the series, but we have to be honest, it was cringy. And she still topped that. Like, what are you doing? And to me, Natasha Cloud has given them personality because she didn't start doing all of this into this magnitude until she got there, which makes her even more of a lame to me. Because like now you got another woman putting a battery in your back to like act like a doofus. Like the shade thing, I hated that. Like don't
talk about my glorious MVP ever again. Don't do it. Don't do that.
But just as as somebody in the sister league, I just think it's a bad look to be clowning the league MVP like that unless y'all are homies. Like if Caitlyn makes a joke about Holly, we see that they're friends. We see like, you know, they have that relationship. So it's like, that's going to be better received. But like now you just look like, why are you randomly hating? And I just want to say to my fellow Thunder fans, to my fellow Shea Gorgeous Alexander fans, if you need help with the hate watch, look up my name and Slack Mamba. I'm here for you. We will meet in the hater building at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning to get a game plan, because I saw a lot of y'all in the comments like I'm officially hate watching her, and I said, "Oh, the army is always."
It was
open.
The craziest crossover of my life. All like these Thunder Stan accounts. I've been in full Thunder mode, like obviously over this playoff run and everything. So I'm all like my whole For You page on Twitter is just like damn near all Thunder stuff. And then I just like I saw. So it's one thing, the Shea thing in particular. Because now you got me going too. Like now I'm locked in. Because like when I just saw the text, I was like, okay, it's a bit weird. Like seeing the text of the quote, but then the laugh, I was like, so funny. What's so funny? So yes, this is completely being fanned out and everything, but no, I have been fighting free throw merchant allegations for months. And to see Sabrina, I about added Shawnee on Twitter. I was like, move over. Save me a seat. Like I can't believe this is happening right now.
And the thing that bothers me more than like her laughing hysterically at her own joke is like we're not at a point to where anybody in the NBA can make a joke like that about a WNBA player and it not become a thing. So I'm kind of like, don't do that when you know they can't hit back. So I like just keep it cute. Like they save that one. It was a recycled joke anyway, so it wasn't really enough to be laughing like that. 2, we've watched 2. We go 2 of 17. Chill out and relax. 3, the officials have helped y'all win a fraudulent title, so also chill out, relax, and just like I don't know. I'm just really glad that she's showing who she is, and everybody hates it. Like everybody is just sick of her and her personality. Like, has she always been? And I'm like, welcome to the resistance, folks.
Not to the resistance.
Like I said, look me up, Slack Mamba.
No, Sabrina has a Twitter Muse account somewhere on NBA Twitter. That's where she was getting the SGA joke from. That's my nasty rumor that I'm starting, is that she has a Stat Muse account somewhere.
I will bully that account. I'm not. Yeah, I will make space for hate for that one. Like I don't actually at her. Because, like, I don't believe in involving players unless it's, like, something, like, for real, like, you're a racist. So, like, I don't feel bad for telling you about yourself. Right. This, I'm going to find that Muse account, and I'm going to make it my business to put it out of business.
Look, again, my like, Winter Soldier code activated as soon as someone made an SGA joke, and then the crossover happened between the W and the NBA space, and more specifically the Thunder space, really, because really, I've never really seen OKC fans be negative for real, like in that way.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know we had this in us. Like, wow. Okay. Like some of it was like crazy. So like there's obviously always crazy things when Twitter gets active like that. But like in generally speaking, I'm like, I didn't know we had like an army behind us. I didn't know we had like all these Shea Stan accounts out here. I was
because in the minority was the sexism, like, oh, nobody watches, but it's like you look stupid because like so that's easily like discounted. All right, exactly. But like majority of the clapback was pulling up how she got into it in the Philippines with a high school prospect, and I was like, y'all paying attention.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, y'all had a go-to immediately. Said, wait a minute, weren't you struggling against a 17-year-old Filipino kid and got mad because he was showing you up and locking you down? And I was like, yes.
Shea fans.
Like, I was at my cousin's graduation this weekend, so I'm just there like, yes. Wait, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, go cousin. Yeah. Now back to the hate. Like, let's go.
Woo!
It's just...
And then to see people like, oh, I'm locked in. I gotta hate on her. I was like,
yeah, no, people. I'm telling you, I had never seen Thunder fans, at least not in a long time. Like, it's been very few times, especially since like Westbrook left, where Thunder fans really like activated like that, and that was an interesting thing to watch.
Since Kevin Durant and the cupcakes.
Like, pretty much, honestly, like it really might have been like that long. With like that true of like an organized amount of like direct get back at someone. It might have been since KD. There was that one reporter who called OKC the black eye of the league that we keep dunking on. I forget his name, but outside of that, yeah. Oh yeah, no, it was crazy. It was when we were tanking. Now look at us, we up. But anyways,
Thunder up is what we're saying.
Exactly. Now back to the women's basketball side of things. To close out the Liberty here, we did have a conversation preseason about if we felt that the New York Liberty were better than last year, and I was saying yes. You were saying no, primarily because of Benijah being out for the season, which is very valid reasoning. I just wanted to take the pulse of you now. Like, again, I know you say. To me, maybe they're a bit more battle tested now with some of those mistakes that you brought up, like when it comes to the roster, because there is history of different things in the playoffs. But just to check back in, check the temperature, are you still feeling like they are worse from last season, or do you feel like there's been enough improvement now that you're ready to say they got better?
Maybe not like worse, but they're not. They just are. Like I need to see. Hold on, because I'm trying to pull up their schedule. Aces are we're done. We're dead. They don't count no more.
Well, we're gonna talk about them.
Yeah,
they're up next. Don't worry.
So far, they beat the Aces. They beat the Sun. They beat the Antelopes. They beat the Sky, the Fever, the Valkyries, the Mystics. Like, they haven't played anybody. They've played an expansion team. They played an expansion team twice. Uh-huh. They were this close to losing to the Fever. Mm-hmm. And that's also, like, I would like to add that when you say who can beat them, when Caitlin comes back, they match up.
I mean, we saw it for sure. Yeah, no, for sure.
Absolutely. They got the juice to go with them. So you win by 2 off of it should have been called a foul. Like, Caitlin's getting that Steph Curry against this year's Houston treatment, how they were just allowed to like push and like do some outlandish stuff to him. That's what it was looking like
on the cloud 3 there.
Yeah,
at the end.
Yeah. So it's like she caught her and she tried to sell it, but it's just like everybody thinks she's got a rep, whatever. So the young and up and coming Mystics, you almost lost to the Fever. The Sky are still trying to figure out which way is up. An expansion team twice, and the Ace. Like, man, nah, get out of my face, dog. Let me come back to me when you play Phoenix, when you play Minnesota, when you play dang, everybody sucks this year. No, Seattle.
Hey, you know what's crazy is that we won't even get to see them play Minnesota until after All-Star break.
You've got to be kidding me.
So listen to the schedule.
August, right?
Listen to the schedule. So they have at Minnesota July 30th, and then 10th, 16th, and 19th of August they play. So we won't see the finals rematch until it won't be until after All-Star break that we see, and that's like the 6th game back after All-Star break, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like right around 5 or 6. So we won't get to see a finals rematch to really see, because obviously they're the 2 teams undefeated still left in the league right now. But yeah, we won't be able to see a test between them until after All-Star break on July 30th, where New York plays at Minnesota.
And then June, they got the Mystics again, the Sky again, the Fever again, the Dream. I'll be
Dream and Phoenix. Those 2 back to back will be interesting. Yeah.
Then they play. So they play the Dream, Mercury, and then Storm. From the 17th, 19th, 22nd. Yeah. So that's gonna be when I'm like, all right, show me something. And if y'all, God help them if they lose one of those games, any of those games.
And well,
and all
I'm sure you won't be hard to find.
Games. Yeah. Thunder fans.
Hey,
set your calendars, set your watches.
Yeah, we'll be sober from the championship parade.
We gotta get some league passes. Yeah. Use your league pass. Carry it over because we got some hate watching to do.
Yeah. No, again, we'll be sober by then from the championship parade celebrating, so everyone can tap in. But